If he says no, it makes sense because
it's not according to. Let's talk about that a little bit too, because I think since the part of the message is about prayer, and since we're in spiritual warfare, I think it's good to teach people what these little nuances are, what they mean, so that we can go into behaving and creating this habit of prayer with some intentionality.
Yeah.
So you talked about praying in God's will, and I know that the Bible probably is chock full of examples of what that is, but could you help us like springboard that understanding about praying in God's will?
The easiest way to do that is to pray the scriptures. Right? Either pray what's in the scriptures or actually pray the scriptures. Right? Like,
so for example,
the book of Ephesians tells us to pray the Psalms.
Okay.
Right? So literally the Psalms that are written by David, we recite those in a prayer. Right?
Okay.
And when we ask for things that we know God says that he wants us to have that are in the scriptures. Right? Now, we can pray about anything.
Yeah.
But anything outside of this book, we don't really know.
That's what we're praying with that. Ooh, if you can, if you will, if I might, can I might.
We don't know.
Okay.
But we do pray in faith, believing that God will do it. Right? And so I know sometimes that's difficult to wrap our mind around, because if the effectual prayers of a righteous man availeth much, and God already knows what his will is, are our prayers really changing anything? Well, of course they are, because whatever we prayed was already willed. God already knew before the foundations of the earth what we was going to pray, what he was going to answer, how he was going to answer it. Right? We still do it, though.
And us being obedient in bringing those prayers to God is us demonstrating obedience and in his will. Right? If all of it is his will and it's all working together for his good, for his purposes, to his righteous end, then each piece falls in place, because it is in fact his will. If you get a job, then this job will at some point in some way work towards his end, his will, whether it's you being a light in that place, whether it's just you providing for your family food, clothing, shelter. God said that those things would be given to us.
They didn't have clothes. I've never seen that. I've never seen it. So I could not answer that outside of, I believe that if you are a Christian, if you're a follower of Christ, that God is going to provide those three things for you. I believe it. And if there's somebody that is truly a Christian that's happening to, I just have never heard about it.